This is Narayan Reddy from Narayana Technologies. So today's our topic is overview of project management and life cycle. So generally, whenever you want to be develop an applications or project here, so you should remember basically 2 points here. That is two endpoints in a project application development. That is inspiration and operation. So inspiration is nothing but you should have some inspiration while developing an application here. So without having inspiration, you cannot move to the some other application development or anything. And second one is once inspired about something, then you should start to operate that kind of things what you have been inspired. So if you do these two things, that is inspiration and operation, definitely there will be some kind of miracle will occur here. That's a reason you should remember that there are two endpoints, key endpoints in a project application development, that is inspiration and operation. So definitely it will have a miracle, that is will occurs a miracle here. So that is a 2 points to be remembered. And just coming to our project development here, whenever we are going to developing a project, the first requirement is called as abstract. In this abstract, what we have to do is explaining the project requirements with respect to the abstract. What is explaining the project requirement specifications? That is objective of the project, nothing but purpose of the project, aim of the project. What is the aim of your project? What is the objective of your project? That is a major important here. Then second one is called how many number of modules are available in our project. That is dividing that your application into number of modules. Say for example, your application is cloud related or data mining related. You should know what is the purpose of your project. And second one is called you should remember that how many modules are required in our project. That is a cloud module, that is user modules or some other modules here. And next one is called number of users. What is mean by number of users? Whether this application is login or interacting with only single person or multiple people here. Say let us for example, if it is a cloud application, generally you may be having various kind of users. That is admin will be there, cloud service providers will be there, TPA is nothing but third party auditors will be there, and users will be there. So like how many people want to be use this kind of application or a project? That is a number of users. Next one is called as environment. In which environment your application is going to developing, that is a project requirement, another concept. And next one is called as hardware and as well as software requirement things here. So this is the main thing the key points in a abstract mechanism. You should have some kind of explaining things, that is a project requirements with respect to your abstract here. That is objective, modules, users, environment, and hardware and software requirements, where we are going to developing our application or a project here. Then second one is SRS, nothing but software requirement specifications. In the software requirement specifications, first you should be analyzing the requirement overview. What is a requirement overview? What kind of software you required for your project? That is, if it is a .NET related project, what are the .NET related softwares are required? If it is a Java related project, what is the Java related softwares are required? That is a specifications related to your project of the softwares. That is if it is a .NET related things, what is the .NET related things are required? That is a .NET framework will be there, .NET IDE will be there, that is a Visual Studio IDE will be there, database like SQL Server will be there, web servers IIS web server will be there. And what are the software requirements related to your project here? That is a requirement overview. Then system requirement. So what is the system configuration is required for your project development or application development? There is a next one, functionality requirement. What are the functionalities are required in our project development? Which kind of functionalities are required in our project development? Then what is the existing system? Existing system is nothing but whatever you are going to developing the project, you should be able to remember that what is the existing system is there. what is the problems are there in the existing system. Existing system means before developing your project, there will be some kind of existing things will be there in our applications. That is called as, say, let us for example, if you are going to developing an application for a college, the college people earlier may be having some kind of process, that is a manual process or semi-automation process. So if that is called as a existing system, what is the problems with the existing system? What is the existing system? What are the disadvantages with this existing system? And identify what is the disadvantage. Then specify the proposed system. Proposed system is nothing but your application. So what your application is, what your project is going to providing, what is the purpose of your project you are going to developing, and how your project is going to overcoming the problems of the existing system. That is required to be specified in our proposed system. So what is our major requirement here? Existing system. What is existing system is there? You should be able to study the existing system and identify what is the disadvantage of existing system, and specify what is your system, what is the advantages of your proposed system, what is the major purpose of your proposed system and advantage of your proposed system here. That is our next requirement here. And then how many modules are required in our application development, that is in project development. So that is you have to be analyze that is a number of modules are required in our project. What is the purpose of each and every module? Then next one is called as input design and output design. So what are the inputs are expecting by your each and every module or each and every project here? That is by giving this input, what you are going to expecting, that is called as output designs here. So this thing to be analyzed in our SRS, that is a software requirement specifications. And the next one is called as SDLC methodology, software development lifecycle methodology. Which kind of SDLC methodology is required in our project development? That is waterfall model is required, or spiral model is required, or any kind of whatever you are going to thinking. What is the type of methodology which is required in our application development? So that is our next requirement specification in the software application development. And then next one is called as architecture. That is in which architecture your application is going to developing, and in which architecture the client is going to executing your application or project. That is a single tier architecture, or two tier architecture, or three tier architecture, or entire architecture mechanism. What is meant by single tier or two tier architecture? Single tier architecture is nothing but if your application is going to running in the single process, that is called as single tier architecture. Say let us for example, if you are developing any kind of project using the C language, so your C language data is going to store into the some flat files for example. So your application is going to running in single process only. That type of architectures are called single tier architecture. Two tier architecture is nothing but your application is going to interacting with the database to store the information in database and retrieving information from the database. Database is nothing but here it's a one type of server, and application is one process. Both the things should be able to run in two processes. This type of architecture is called as two-tier architecture. Next one is three-tier architecture. Three-tier architecture is nothing but web-based applications. Your browser will be running in one process. When you given a request, that is goes to the web server, and web server will goes to the request to the application with the databases here. So that is called as three-tier architecture mechanism. So if any application is going to developing with more than three tier, say browser, web server, business logic, application, database, like this. If more things in our project is going to running in various more than three processes, such kind of architectures are called as entire architecture mechanism. Here you should be able to remember that whatever you are developing a project that you want to be run in one tier or two tier, three tier or entire architecture mechanism, that should be analyzed in the SRS mechanism, that is software requirement specifications. This is our major requirement in the project development. That is a system requirement, what is the systems are required in our application development, what are the hardware configurations are required in our application development, what are the functionalities are available in our application, what is the existing system is available and what is the problem with the existing system, and what is our new system which are going to proposing, and how our proposed system is going to overcoming the problems of existing system, and then how many modules are there, input and output design specification, and the software development lifecycle methodology and architecture of the project development here. So these are the things majorly you should be able to remember so in the project development things here. So in the next video we'll be going to coming with the application development things which are how we will be going to approaching to be developing an application, that is database layer, presentation layer, business layer. So these things, so what is the major important things, how will you be going to approach the process which you are going to approaching to developing a project, that is what is a first thing database, how will you be going to analyzing the database things, then what is a presentation layer, what do we require in the presentation layer, and then what is the next thing that is called as a database layer, presentation layer, and then what is our business layer that is required in our application development, then deployment of our application, that is a deployment of the project. These things will be going to coming in the next video. So users, if you like this video, please like and share, and for more updated videos please subscribe our channel. Thank you one and all.